Hello, hello, hello. Hello, my friends, hello. Just a quick drive and chat. I'm heading to Round Rock. I need somebody to talk to other than myself. How the heck is everybody doing? What the heck is up? It's hot out here. It is 92 degrees. I don't even know if YouTube sent out any notifications. Hello, hello, hello. Is my stream working? I can't tell if my stream is working. I'm not going to start yammering until I see a chat come in. Alright, Mark, alright, hello, hello. Okay, so the stream is working. I didn't see a chat from Mark. Why don't I see a chat from Mark? There's Mark. Alright. So the chat is working. Okay, so y'all can hear me, right? It is working? It is working, it sounds like. We should be live on all platforms right now, not just the U-boobs. We should be live everywhere. Alright. Alright. Well, I'm driving. I'm on my way to Round Rock. Storm Saturday and Sunday. Yes. Mark, what do you think? What's it looking like? You think it's a good setup to go to? You think it's a good setup to target? What do you think? How that goes, but I think the setup's coming together. All the ingredients are going to be in the right place at the right time, or they should be anyway. Yes. Yep. Maybe I don't know, if you're not busy, maybe we can try to stream a storm chase on Saturday. If you're interested, be happy to drive, navigate. I would have been driving if you can navigate. A driver, and there's always got to be a navigator. I need a driver and a navigator. Anyway, so I've been talking to a whole lot of people today. Twice a day. Yeah, I'm driving, and I want to talk about this explosion. I've been talking to a lot of people about this explosion and some of the circumstances surrounding it. Double stream today, heck yeah. I've been talking to a lot of people about this explosion. I think he's a captain. He's not giving me any, information that the public doesn't have. But what he is doing is he is kind of walking me through the specifics of like how, these kind of things work, how these explosions would happen, like the technical details of like how the fire or how today. And we started talking about mixing ratios, expansion ratios, how gas mixes with air, how, propane settles. That house was on propane. How it can settle and stay there forever. We talked about your natural instinct is to open the doors, open the windows, and air it out. And a lot of times that could be like the worst thing that you could do. Because if you look at the video of the explosion that I posted and you go frame by frame, you can see that the first sign of fire is in the front door of that house. The first sign of fire is coming right out the front door. And it looks like the guy walked in the front door, the house was full of gas, and something set it off. Now here's the other thing I didn't understand. Yes, TK. Here's the other thing I didn't understand. It doesn't take much of anything to set that explosion off. Even static electricity from your clothes can set that explosion off. You know, I mean, it could have been anything. But we do know that there was propane. We do know that they did have a propane tank that was feeding a couple of different appliances in the house. And when you're talking about propane, has an expansion ratio of 270 to 1 when it goes from liquid to vapor. And that's you know, it doesn't take much. Here's the thing. That house was just built. The people had not even moved into it yet. Brand spanking new house. The wife said they were getting ready to move into it within weeks. Within the next few weeks. It was a brand new house. She said the only thing that was in it was their appliances. So this house, newly built, it is made for energy efficiency. So it is a very sealed up house. Windows, doors. The house is sealed tight. So when you have gas leaking into a house that is sealed that tight, it just settles in the house. And the minute that he opened the front door and a bunch of air got in and mixed with the propane, there you go. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It could have been a spark from his pants. It could have been anything to set it off. But opening the front door, mixing some good outside air into the gas is enough to make it go boom. I know, it's crazy, ain't it? Mark had a Tesla. He had a Tesla in the garage. I mean, it makes you think. I have propane at my house. The only thing that runs on propane is my stove, but it makes me think. Yeah, don't be setting farts on fire. Somebody said that on a stream that I was doing. Who said that? I was on a stream earlier today with a buddy, and we were talking about the explosion. And somebody made a comment, don't like farts. This is what happens. Oh, man, those damn Teslas. So, yeah, Austin fire, Travis County fire, they're pretty sure that this was caused by propane. And it was just an unfortunate accident. TK, yeah, there sure is. You want me to post it? What do you want me to post it? If I post it on YouTube, they're just going to take it down. I can post it over on X. Actually, it's already posted over on X. The InfoWars main account. The InfoWars main account over on X posted the whole hour that we did. So I will retweet that. The last time I was on, I put my segment up on YouTube, and they took it down within like an hour. And I didn't even name it InfoWars. I didn't put anything InfoWars related in the title or the description, and they still yanked it down. Crazy, ain't it? I don't know why they do this stuff. That's YouTube for you, though. Yeah, especially after eating Taco Bell. I had a lot of fun. I always have a lot of fun going out to InfoWars. A lot of people don't know, but I spend a lot of time out there with those guys. And Chase Geyser, he was there on Friday. Alex was there on Friday. Harrison, and in between segments and in between shows, we have a chance to kind of pop in and say hi to each other. A lot of good guys out there. I got to sign the "I'll eat your ass" flag. And I'm going to be quite honest, I thought that, because right before I went on the air, they asked me, they handed me a Sharpie and asked me if I would autograph their flag. And I'm like, sure. I've been doing autographs lately. I'll do an autograph. So I signed it. And then, I took a picture with the flag. Still had the Sharpie marker in my hand. Anyway, I thought it was the Don't Tread on Me flag. I didn't know it was I'll Eat Your Ass. And for those that watch InfoWars, you know that that's an Alex Jones thing from back during the COVID days, where he was telling the leftists he would eat their ass like corn on the cob or something like that. It was really funny. But I posted that I had no clue the flag said that. I had no clue it said I'll eat your ass. I thought it was the Don't Tread on Me flag until somebody pointed it out. But anyway, it was a lot of fun out there. It was a big honor to be able to sign that flag in Ohio with Jamie White. Jamie White was a friend of mine, and it's, they have no suspects from what I hear. They have no suspects. They have nothing. And that's just something that I don't understand. We know, man, we're probably buffering right now, aren't we? Are we buffering? We're buffering. No buffering. I went the wrong. I thought I was buffering. I'm sorry. Shit. Okay, we should be coming back. We should be coming back anytime now. Yep, this road goes to Sam Bass. I'm headed over to the hospital in Round Rock. Not for me. I'm not going to the hospital. Nobody. It's just a friend that's in the hospital over there. I'm going to visit. Nothing serious. Nothing serious at all. There we are. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, what I was saying was Jamie White. Jamie White, reporter for InfoWars, was murdered several weeks back. I don't understand what's happening with that investigation, because supposedly they have DNA from the suspect where they broke the window. From what I hear, the suspect left blood in Jamie's car, but yet they have no suspects, they have no leads, they have nothing. And I just don't get it. This day and age, and when you have DNA, the chances are good that you're going to find it, and what happened to him and who killed him. The public deserves answers to who assassinated him, and that's what I'm going to call it, an assassination. Until we hear otherwise, I will always call it an assassination. Guys, I think I'm probably buffering again right now. Are we buffering again? Looks like stat-wise we're probably buffering. Maybe buffering. Anyway, yeah, man, all the gotta have the DNA in a database. That's right, exactly. And it just kills me though that they have nothing. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know. It just doesn't. I can't imagine. With the amount of cameras that is in public now, that all the the doorbell cameras and traffic cameras and surveillance here, surveillance there, that they have nothing. You'll never make me believe that they have nothing. They haven't released anything about his murder. And that was a really high-profile murder. It wasn't like it was just, your run-of-the-mill average. I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I wanted to thank you guys, everybody, for the growth that we've been having the last month or longer. Holy cow, have we been growing. I mean, in the last several days, I've added, across the platforms, close to 1,000 new followers just in the last couple of days. It's crazy. Our stats on X, which is my main platform, is just outrageous. It's crazy how many views we're getting, and not just views, but the engagement, which is what pays. And somebody had mentioned last week after my InfoWars visit, because I didn't know what flag I was signing, that to my detriment, I'm just kind of, I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's just put it that way. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, TK. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know this all. Killer Carla, who is my wonderful mother, is here in the chat, and she will tell you that I don't know how this happened. She doesn't know how this happened. None of us know how this happened. I don't know why this was never planned. I was a ladder climber, man. I don't know why this happened. And if I'd have known, if I knew what I was doing, Dash would be massive by now. I mean, we would have positioned ourselves for growth. I wouldn't be still, doing this stupid shit that I'm doing right now. But it is what it is. I wished I knew what I was doing. I wished I had somebody to help me, is what I wish. I wish I had somebody to help me, tell me, this is what you're doing, this is what you're doing wrong. Yeah, learn as you go. Yeah. Oh, man, let me tell you, VS, man, it's been a lot of work. Working the streets, doing the news when you don't have any team behind you and it's just you, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's a lot of hours. I work 7 days a week. You never know when anything, you never know when news is going to happen, just like yesterday. Yeah, he did. Their scheduler reached out to me a while back to have me on, and we just couldn't find anything so far that our schedules have evened out on. But we'll work on that. Yeah, Scott Adams. I love Scott Adams. I love that show he does in the mornings. The guy is smart. Scott Adams is smart as a whip, man. TK, we're working on it. Like I said, their scheduler reached out to me, but so far we haven't found a slot that would work for them and me. But we're getting there. That's a big trip, and it surprises me that they are even thinking about having me on, since I'm like a very hyper local, and it's like me going on InfoWars. Those guys are great, but I'm like irrelevant to the conversations that they're having, so it's weird sometimes. It's hard to get on these shows when you're such a hyper local channel, and I get it. It's hard, technically we shouldn't even be here right now as a hyper local channel. The hyper local channels never work, but for some reason we're making it work. But well, see, TK, I don't know if you guys remember back during back during the George Floyd protest, all the riots and things that were happening around the country. There was a lot of people that that's where they made their name. Like Drew Hernandez, Elijah Schaefer, all of these guys, that's where they got their start, on the ground doing the gonzo reporting, so to speak. And it's going to happen this time. The left, they're already protesting. That's why I try to cover every protest that happens. It's because you never know when they're going to get stupid. You know what I mean? You never know when something's going to happen. It's like I covered that protest on Saturday, and then Monday they found, incendiary devices, and we were, boom, right there, first one. We were the first people to report that there was bombs planted at that Tesla. And well, I appreciate that, Killer Carla. We were the first ones to report about the bombs at Tesla, and I don't care who says otherwise. We reported it at 10:22 Monday morning when that happened. And Yeah, it's good to have your mom on your side. I think most of you guys know my dad passed away a little over a year ago, and so my mom likes watching my streams and such. It makes her happy, and that makes me happy. You know, even if we didn't have an audience, if nobody watched this shit, I would still do it, just because she gets a good time out of watching it. But I don't know. It's weird, man. You know, this thing that happened over the weekend with this explosion, it just makes you think. Like, I was talking to my mom about this earlier, about like how quick your life can change. You know what I mean? Like, your life can turn on a dime. And I mean, that saying has never had more of a meaning. Your life can turn on a dime. Like, this guy makes it to his brand new house that they're just now building, and then the next thing you know, the guy's blown up. It kills me how quickly this stuff happens. Kills me how quick this stuff happens. But I don't know, y'all. It is what it is, I guess. TK Crow. TK is a big part of why we're still here. TK has supported the channel for a long time now, and I could never thank him enough. Could never do it. My turnoff is here somewhere. I gotta find it. Yeah, TK, seriously, you're a big reason why we're still here. And like I said, I'll never be able to thank you enough. You know, it doesn't cost a ton of money to do what we do, but, you know, I still have, I'm still covering a large majority of the costs of running Dash, and that's okay. You know, we're making a big difference. What we bring in weekly covers the gas and insurance, and that's really all that matters. You know, we're making a pretty big difference in Austin, and I think that's what's important. To me, that's what's important. You know, we've gotten a lot of these homeless camps shut down. You know, we brought attention to a lot of stuff that would not have had any attention on it. I've got some pieces coming out this week about graffiti in East Austin that homeowners out there and people that live and own businesses have been trying to get the city to take care of, and they just refuse to do it. And so I've got some FOIAs that I have in that I'm trying to get some proof that you know, they're falling down on the job. I've got FOIAs in for Jimmy Flanagan's messages at Austin Convention Enterprises. I want to prove that he is using city resources to plan these Tesla takedowns, and I'm telling you right now, if we can prove that Flanagan is using city resources to plan these takedowns, we're going to take him down. There is a budget, so I know, I can tell you this, we're probably buffering right now. My stats look a little low at the moment. My stats are looking a little low. Let me wait till it gets back to a normal buffer. Man, I don't know, I'm right in the middle of Round Rock. I don't know why I have such shitty service right now. Yikes. Horrible service. Come on, pick back up. Here we go. Now the stats are coming back. Alright. Now the stats are coming back up. I don't know. That was weird, man. It's like I just hit a dead spot back there or something. Frank, yeah, it's a beautiful day out here. It's warm. My thermometer says 91 degrees. Oh, man, we're hitting another dead spot. So crazy, man. I mean, I'm like smack dab in the middle of Round Rock, where you would think there would be really good service. And here we are, just kind of chugging along at 400 kilobits per second. Humidity is not crazy. Can y'all hear me? Or are we dead in the water here? Something tells me we're dead in the water right now. Alright, now we're coming back. I'm telling you, TK, streaming, you know what? Streaming high definition video, when you think about the speeds that it takes to stream HD video at 30 frames per second, think about that. I'm streaming 30 frames per second at just 480. That's all I'm streaming at right now. The amount of data that it takes just to stream that. Remember 300 baud? I'm telling you, yes. Was that homeless camp on? Remember back, Grandma bought me my very first computer back in the mid-90s. And when I got the computer, it came with AOL preloaded on it, right? And I would have to unplug our telephone, plug it into the back of the computer, and then, you know, you could hear it dialing up AOL. Oh, man, I'll never forget that noise of AOL dialing up. Like, if you wanted to, you know, if you were going to load a picture, forget loading a video. But back then. Man, things have changed. Do y'all remember, what was that service called? Was it Juno? Where it was free, but they would play ads like at the bottom of the screen. Was it Juno that was the free internet? You remember you used to be able to get the discs at like Hastings? You would go in there to buy, you know, records or whatever, and then you would see like these discs. Yeah, that was AOL, that you've got mail. Juno, yeah. But they also there was a free internet service that you would dial up, and it would play ads at the bottom of the screen. You could get free access to the internet, but it would play ads at the bottom of the screen. Frank says, in the late 80s, you called other phone numbers that had modems hooked up. Man, it's changed a lot, hasn't it? Jeeves, Ask Jeeves. That was another good one, too. Yep. Yep, that crawl text along the bottom. Ask Jeeves. I remember Ask Jeeves. That was like the wannabe Google back in the day. It was like your information butler. Holy shit, has the internet changed a lot. I feel old thinking about that. But if you think about it, think about that. Like, that wasn't that long ago, to be quite honest. I mean, that was, 25 years ago. You know, so I mean, when you think about it, it was really not that long ago. I run into people from time to time that still have AOL email addresses. I do too. Yep. You can still get them. You know, I've had my Gmail address. That's why Kevin Newsom secretly gave. My email address I got back when Gmail was in beta testing. I got my Gmail address back at the end of 2002, going into 2003. That's how I got the name Jamie.Hammonds. I was able to get my actual name, Jamie.Hammonds. I've had the same email address for over 20 years now. I've had that same email address since 2002. It was either late 2002, early 2003. Gmail was still in beta, and I got accepted into stupid beta testing, to beta test Gmail. Holy shit, that makes me feel old. For ALL, says there were local bulletin boards. Yep, the old bulletin boards. How much spam do I get? I get a ton of spam. Especially my email has made it out. We just lost connection for a minute. I feel like the old man that's had the same. What I'm talking about. I've had that same email address forever and a day. I think we're going to park right here in the shade. Oh man, did we lose connection or are we still here? Let me see.